Hello, lovely listeners, and good morning, Kim.
Good morning, Joe. Good morning, everyone. Ah, today, today's energy has a lot to do with limitations. I was getting
Hmm.
hits on this, but Jill actually got the message behind the limitations. So what came to you, Jill?
Oh, I got how we like to fixate on the limitations the world sets before us, like this, I can't do this, I can't do this, I can't do that, I don't have enough time or whatever, or I'm too busy, which it's interesting because we shift from the world putting things onto us to we're putting limitations on ourselves, but we
Yep.
really don't spend much time looking at how we limit ourselves. We spend probably I'm going to say all, but I'll say the majority of our time like fixated on how the world limits us. And it's like, oh, what about those personal limitations we're putting on ourselves? They're the
Yes.
big ones. They're the big
Oh,
ones.
yep. Those are the hmm, they show me putting myself in the corner. Whew.
No, nobody puts
Uh,
baby in the corner.
yep. Ooh, those are those things that it's not the world. Yeah, it's easy for us to put blame on somebody else, something else. That's super easy to do. Um, there is there's a little bit of insy-pincy truth to the world that can limit us. They're like, that's the word. It can limit us. But we can make choices that we don't have to fall in alignment with the world's limitations. As in, if you're born in America and you're like, well, I have to stay in America, they're like, no, you don't. You're limiting yourself. That is your own limitation. There are multiple places around the world that you can go to experience this culture that might fit with you better, this culture or this belief system. They're like, there is actually no limits around the world besides you need oxygen, you need
Yeah,
gravity. There are those limitations that,
yeah,
unless you have a lot of money, you can't really do anything with.
yeah,
The limitations are you saying you can't do this because of, well, I was born here, so I have to stay here for my family. And I'm going to call bullshit on that one because you
uh-huh.
can. Um, oh, this can go deep. Um, again, my guides are showing me putting myself in a corner, and it's like I'm torturing myself. I literally put myself in timeout with my limitations, and then I just see a concrete wall right in front of me. I can't see anything else around me because I'm
Yeah,
stuck in my own limitations.
yeah. And then we tend to blame, or complain or whatever. We create a whole lot of unhappiness and discontent in our life from those things. And it's like you said, Kim, it's really important with the choices. If you can't leave because your family's here, the reframing is you're choosing to be here to be near your family.
Yep.
And that pulls the rug out from under us in our like wanting to complain or whatever about that life circumstance. It wasn't imposed on us. When we choose it, it's a really different, that's the responsibility, and that's like responding to it differently is what I mean there by responsibility. We're
Yep.
responding to it differently. And, yeah, the limitations thing, I got to share. I got fascinated years ago. There's a book called Man's Search for Meaning. Viktor Frankl is his name. It's it's a fascinating read because, well, the pieces of it that come to me that I recall, I'm not the best at this stuff, but anyway, uh, Germany concentration camp, horrible life circumstances. So there you go about life imposing something on a human being, absolutely imposed in a horrible, horrific way.
Yep.
And what this man discovered through releasing and freeing himself from his own limitations, despite what had been imposed on him, is fascinating. It's incredible what he was able to do with his mind and discover about man's search for meaning in terms of the meaning of life and how he was able to still see beauty in that circumstance. It's just blew my mind years ago, and that just keeps coming to me today where I'm like, it's kind of what do I want to say? We're kind of, a lot of us, myself included in this, we're spoiled brats. We think things are
Yeah.
so bad, and we're really making it so bad on ourselves. Like the life circumstance around us really is like, it's amazing, our life circumstance, and we're behaving like it's not.
Yep.
A little harsh, I know, but that's what I'm like, I feel like we need to get called out on this.
Yeah. Man, I could not even fathom being in one of those concentration camps and shifting your mindset. Like what power and what strength that this man had to literally take that experience and say, however he said it, to say, oh, this actually brought me to light. This brought me to find who I am. This brought me empowerment. Like,
Yeah.
it's just incredible. And sometimes people actually, I hate to say this too, but I've seen people put themselves in some really crazy states just to find their inner peace.
Yeah.
Oh, that's amazing.
It really is. So if you're looking at your life and you're seeing limitations, you ultimately need to realize the vast majority of those limitations are coming from you. What you have in front of you in your life is what it is. Here you are. Now find where you can free yourself within that.
Yeah. Wow.
And if you can't do that, go out in the world and find stories of people who have, whether it's a book or people
Yeah.
who are walking this earth right now. They're around. They're all over the place. There's people who have freed themselves from incredible life circumstances, if you will, and they still emerged from it, like jaw-dropping stories. They're like ticking through my head over the years of the stories that I've read and discovered about people, and I won't go into all of them because find them.
Yep.
They're out there.
Yep.
It's amazing. These people freed themselves from their own limitations.
Yep. And we all have that ability.
Mm-hmm. Do we have the desire? Do we have the commitment? Will we choose it?
Yep.
Choose it, please.
Yep. And it is a practice too. I know Jill has really taken the word practice to an extreme in my world. I'm just like, well, let's go with the flow. Like, oh, I'll do this. And she's really taken everything and said it's a practice. It's you gotta keep repeating it. Those changes, the neurons in the body, you're reprogramming a whole big system. You're reprogramming your belief systems. You can't do that overnight. We can't recreate a whole new computer overnight. Like, you have to reprogram all the programs. So it takes a little bit of time.
Yep. It tends to be incremental changes. A lot of times people don't want to do the practice because the changes are so small, they don't notice them. But collectively, like record yourself. If you don't believe it, record yourself, and 3 months later record yourself and compare them, and you will see a difference,
Yes.
But because it's so slow, we really don't tend to notice it, and so people tend to ditch practices like that. But yeah, I do. The extreme to me is amazing. It's actually, in my world, what is normal. That's where we're to be, to keep this beautiful life and this beautiful body and this amazing experience like happening in a vibrant way. All right.
I love this.
Yeah, limitations. Free yourself.
Wow. Thank you, Jill. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Kim, and thanks everyone for listening. Until next time.